12 contacted the store employee who provided surveillance video of the incident. At 1:02 a.m., the gray Ford Fusion appears on video and circles the parking lot. A few seconds later, Lawrence's vehicle enters the video, passing the Fusion and parking. The Fusion then backs up momentarily before circling the lot again and parking. Lawrence exits his 2007 Volkswagen Passat and enters the store. Lawrence briefly looks back at the Fusion as it parks. At 1:03 a.m., Shay gets out the Fusion passenger seat. As Shay walks to the driver's side of Lawrence's vehicle, the Fusion drives out of camera view. Shay enters Lawrence's vehicle and begins to reverse before stopping suddenly. At 1:04 a.m., Lawrence runs out the store toward the driver's side of the vehicle. Before he could reach the door, Shay began reversing, striking Lawrence with the front of the vehicle. Lawrence is knocked backwards and begins firing his weapon at the vehicle. His vehicle then continued through the parking lot before striking a tree and coming to a stop. Lawrence entered the vehicle and put it in park. Then he called 12. Shay D. Henry, 27, was discovered in a vehicle, unresponsive. She was declared dead on arrival. The incident occurred at 59th and Truce Avenue. The suspect was originally charged with murder, second degree, unlawful use of weapon, and armed criminal action. The second degree murder charge was downgraded to first degree involuntary manslaughter. Lawrence received 5 years suspended execution of sentence. Lawrence, he's in his Passat, a Volkswagen, a 2007 Passat. And he goes to 59th and Truce at 1 a.m. All right. And somebody hopped in his car. So it seems like he must have left it running. I'm not for sure if he left it running or not, but it seems like he left it running. Okay. So he's coming home from work. And I'm wondering, what are you doing stopping on 59th and Truce in the danger zone and you're on your way home from work? Okay. That's not like it's Quick Trip or nothing, or a place a person stops at nighttime that, you know, that ain't ready to stand on business, okay? So by you working a 9 to 5, bro, what are you doing at the convenience store at 1 a.m., okay? It doesn't make any sense, okay? Like I said, it's not Quick Trip. You're in the middle of the hood. You're in the middle of the danger zone. And you're going in this convenience store. What are you getting? I know you're not getting coffee out of there. I mean, who actually goes in that store and gets stuff like coffee? People go in that store and get stuff like wraps, cigarettes, stuff like that. Nobody stops there at 1 in the morning for coffee or a cappuccino. So I don't know why this dude was stopping at this store at 1 a.m. I don't know if he was working and he getting off work, he going to go bust a serve or what, but it was something up with him stopping at this store at 1 a.m., okay? Now, when did a Passat, a Volkswagen Passat, become worth being crashing out over, okay? A Passat, if I own a Passat, yeah, take it. I'm gonna call insurance. Hey, somebody took my Passat. I tried to stop them. I couldn't stop them. They got away. They got out of here with my Passat. Send me a check. I want something new. I'm gonna go get me a Hellcat or something, or a Demon or a Corvette. This dude is in a Passat acting like he is in a Cullinan or AMG or something. I think he has his cars confused. Bro, you in a 07 Passat. That's like a girl car, and to be honest, girls don't even want that car, bro. I'm just being real with you, bro. Girls don't even want that car, bro. Girls probably want a SRT or something a little bit better than a Volkswagen Passat, okay? Because the only people, and I'm gonna be honest, the only people that drive Passats, bro, are people with no clout, all right? A Passat, I mean, bro, you crashed out over a Passat. Man, like I say, if I got a Passat, somebody do me a favor and get it, all right? Because this dude got Passat and Ferrari mixed up. He believes Passats are Ferraris, all right? Because, like I say, This man comes out of the store, puts his life on the line over a depreciating asset. It's not going up in value. It's going down in value rapidly. And when he went out there, it was rapidly going down in value till it crashed into a tree and it had absolutely no value, okay? Now, hadn't you intervened, you could have saved yourself all that money and time going to court. You could have possibly still had your car in working condition. No, you want to come out the store flying in the air like you're Superman, and you're doing the city justice by hopping in this car, and you pull out a blick and you kill this woman over a depreciating asset, something that can be replaced, a Passat. That's like the worst. That's like one of the worst cars you can own. All right, and this man took a life. He took a life over something as small as a depreciating asset. Like I said, a Passat. That's like worse than a Kia almost. It's just like, man, just to be a man and be driving a Passat, it's hard to stand on business anywhere when you hopping out of Passat, because when people see you hopping out of Passat, you losing your respect. You can't pull up to the club and in front of the club nowhere on no Passat. I mean, they're gonna be like, who is this? What is that? Oh, that's my man's right there. He just pulled up in this Passat. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, why he park it here? I mean, that thing can't even take 20s. I mean, why would you park that here, bro? Man, don't bring that car by this business no more, man. We don't deal with customers. We don't deal with customers at our establishment, at our club that want to park Passats out front. We don't care how much money you got, okay? We don't want our other customers thinking people that drive Passats get special treatment here, all right? So this dude is he thinks a Passat is a Rolls Royce, all right? And like I say, that's like one of the worst cars you can have. This dude puts his life on the line over a 07 Passat. It wasn't even a current year Passat, all right? And dude just need to get his bread right, all right? Get you a Tesla or something, bro. You know, something worth crashing out over. You crashing out over a Passat. So I'm just trying to come to mind as to, you know, what's the big deal, bro? It's a Passat. Like, that's like a $1,200 car. You can get that anywhere. It's like, it's a Passat. It's not like it's a Hellcat, bro. It's a Passat. Man, all right. Now, this dude, he comes out the store. He jumps in front of the Passat in an attempt to save the Passat, all right? This $1,200 car, all right? And the woman, the lady in the car, she bumps him with the car, all right? Now, after this individual get hit with the car, he pulls out his blick and start blicking 10 times, all right? 10 times in a rage because he's losing his depreciating asset that most people don't even want. Like a Passat, to be honest, you couldn't even give me a Passat, all right? You can call me on the phone right now and say, hey, I got 10 new Passats for you. You can have them. Bro, I don't even want them, bro. You can keep that. I'm good. I don't want that. I don't want those. I don't want one. So you couldn't even give me a Passat. So you know I wouldn't crash out over one. Now, this dude is he's on this Passat like it's a Maserati. He's coming out the store. He dives in front of the Passat. He gets hit by the Passat, pulls out a blick, start blicking, blick this lady down, kill a woman. God's creation over a damn Passat. And he's walking around like he's somebody now, like he did something, probably telling people, I got a body, bopping his head to some drill music, something come on with somebody talking about bodies, and this is his body. He shot a woman that was still in his Passat, okay, and he got probation for it, and he think he king shit now, all right? Can't tell him nothing. He Kanye West. You can't tell this man nothing. He came out, blicked somebody over Passat, and he king shit now, all right? A damn Passat. Like, it's just unbelievable, you know? When I seen this story, it was unbelievable. I'm like, a Passat? I'm thinking maybe an 80s Monte Carlo sitting on some 22s or something with some T-tops. Something that's worth diving out there for. A 60s Impala, you know what I'm saying? A Corvette, something that's like going up in value at least, you know. Not a Passat. Not a Passat. What are you, a Passat boy? I mean, man, I just don't get people crashing out over a Volkswagen Passat. I just won't ever understand that, all right? And this woman, she should still be here, because if somebody's stealing your car, you don't come out of the store and start blicking and blasting in the car. Okay, that's uncalled for, all right? So this dude, he was in the wrong, and that's why he's on probation. And I don't know how his charge got reduced to manslaughter. You cannot, just because somebody's stealing your car, you can't just start blicking somebody for getting your car, stealing it. Okay? So I'm thinking he gonna say, oh, I got hit with the car, so I had to start blicking. Bro, you threw yourself in front of the car. She didn't see you and then intentionally see you and then drive into you. You threw yourself in front of the car trying to save it and got hit. And they gave this man probation. And I know he went in there with this good guy role with some glasses on, talking about, I was just coming home from work. And when I was coming home from work, I went in there to get me some coffee, just finishing up my work. Because, see, I work every day and I pay my taxes, Judge. And when I came out of the store and I was doing all the right things, because you know I don't break no laws, and I'm coming up out this store with my coffee, and I see this woman, she's in my Passat in the driver's seat, and she's stealing it. So I run out to my Passat, and I try to stop. I said, hey, that's mine. That belongs to me. You didn't buy that. And I kind of edge, and I didn't jump in front of it, but she just kind of backs into me, and she hits my body, Your Honor. And I fear for my life, and I started shooting. And this dude's a corn, all right? Everybody knows he's a cornball, big cornball, all right? This corn is walking around right now being super corny, all right? He probably got another Passat. That's how corny he is. He went and re-upped on another Passat and probably put some little rims on there, probably put some little 15s or some 14s on his Passat with a radio in there. And you can't tell this dude nothing. He's rolling around on probation through the city right now. You can't tell him nothing. He's rolling around, probably playing Cardi B, because I ain't gonna play nothing too hard. Probably playing some Cardi B or Megan Thee Stallion. That's what type of dudes crash out over it, with stuff like Passats. And I ain't even gonna say that about them, because this dude is probably even worse than that. Like I say, he's driving around in this Passat, and he think he's Scarface. The world is mine. I own a Passat. Get out of my way. I've already blicked somebody over this Passat. Don't make me do it again. He's out here right now on probation. Mr. Passat. Okay? And that's how he got off. He went in there with that, I go to work every day, I come home every day, I pay my taxes, I do this, I do that, I do what I'm supposed to do. And he went in there on that square ball, cornball stuff, and he didn't got probation. And he went in there and basically point the finger at this young lady, saying she's a criminal, she's this, and that, like she deserved a death sentence for stealing a Passat. Nobody, I repeat, nobody deserves to die over a Passat, all right? You could have replaced that Passat, bro. You could have got that Passat back in working condition without it being totaled and without you having this on your conscience. But no, this cornball, this corn, like I say, is he's a 9 to 5 corn, all right? I'm not going to call him a demon. He's a 9 to 5 corn, all right? Because he's not a demon. He comes up out of this store. My Passat, please, my Passat, no. And then he jumps in front of this Passat. And then he ends up pulling out his blick. She hit me. I had to defend my Passat. I'm out of here.